Shawn Clement here, Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, headquarters for wisdom in golf, and today is distance to ball static and distance to ball dynamic. And you notice after this video, you will notice that they don't fit each other. They don't mix. So distance to ball dynamic and staying dynamic and swinging to the target is going to give you by far the best results, the most enjoyment, the most bliss on a stick, versus you getting ready to set up to a ball because you are getting ready to hit the ball. The ball is going to invite you to become static with it. Okay? So let's say I am swinging toward that row of posters here on the left. And as I approach, I'm going along with the book. And I go, okay, the book says I need to be a certain distance between me and the ball. Or I'm going to line myself up. So let's say I've got an intermediate point here. I'm going to say, okay, I'm lining up with this intermediate point. I'm going towards the center of the poster. That should do it for me. Line up my feet, check. Okay, now I'm ready to hit the ball. So what happens is I see my students as they're getting to the ball, and all of a sudden you see them start to shuffle back. Well, they are getting ready to position themselves to hit at the ball. So if I'm getting ready to hit at the ball, you're going to see this, stretching out in order to get to that golf ball. Whereas others are also getting ready to make sure they stay in control of the arms so that they can, control the contact with the ball better. So I see both sides of that scale. Now, what I would like to see you do is get ready to throw the club toward that row of posters. So you say, okay, when I throw the club that way, how forward do I need to be so that when I throw the club that way, I cut grass? So I'm throwing the club that way. Oh, look at that. It passed right there. So I take my posture with that. Then I bring that to the ball. See how I'm doing that? So now, many of you are going to say, oh my gosh, this feels so close. Well, that's your brain going, well, what about the ball? So as soon as you got to the ball, the brain says, well, gosh, I feel too close to hit the ball. Well, wait a second. Back up again. Throw the club to the target. Throw the club to the target. Yes, I threw the club to the target. And look at that. The club wants to pass here. So I go back in. I go, oh my gosh, that still feels way too close. Well, let's see. If I throw the club to the target, what's going to happen? Does it feel like if I throw the club to the target that the leading edge of the club is my cutting device? It's going to cut that dandelion stem. So let's go above the ball. If I throw to the target, let's see what happens. Yes, I threw the club to that row of posters over that intermediate point, and yeah, the club blurred right over the ball. So I lower myself. If I do the same thing again, chances are I'm going to hit the ball very solid. Versus, I'm going to make sure I hit the ball. So watch what happens. Whoa, that club passed way outside the ball. Well, how do I get to the ball now? Well, hang on a second. There we go. I just pulled the shot to the left. Or, hey, I extended too soon. So what happens now is I have to stand up in order to hit the ball solid. And if I don't stand up or don't pull to the left, I shank the ball. Or I'm going to stick it in the ground. So 4 nasty, very undesirable things just happened to your golf shot, all because you went from dynamically set up to a target to statically making sure you're going to hit the ball. And that's where many of you get into trouble. Okay? So if I get ready to hit the ball, then swing to the target, I'm going to hit the ball off the toe of the club. If I get ready to swing to the target but make sure I hit the ball, well, I'm going to hit it in the heel of the club, shank it, pull it, extend too soon, and stick it in the ground. What's your remedy? Well, stay with it. So let's say that's my intermediate point, and I'm going to hit my little draw from my keep out sign to my wet paint sign. I know many of you have been asking me, Shawn, where's that keep out sign? So here we go. Here am I down the line, and I hope that you can see that. There they are. See how they're just showing up? There's the wet paint sign and that, and there's a danger sign right up above there. So you see them in pink. You'll see them a little bit better. There we go. So if I get myself set up over here, hopefully we'll be able to see that. So I'm getting ready to swing to the keep out sign. There's my intermediate point. I set up with that. If I throw my club to the keep out sign, does it feel like I'm going to cut the dandelion stem? Yes. If I swing at the ball, no, that's no good. If I swing at the keep out sign, hey, look at that. Right on the keep out sign, nice and solid in the center of the club face. If I stretch, swing to keep out, no, that doesn't work. If I stretch, swing at the ball, yes, that worked, but notice I had to lose my balance because now I'm sending all my energy at the ball and I'm falling on my toes. Sound familiar? So, first things first, pick what I want. That's my alignment, check. Ball bit back of center. Does it feel like if I swing to target, I'm going to pass through that dandelion stem? Right now it feels like I'm going to miss the ball. Yes, I swung there. Yes, it passed right over the ball. I know because my eyes were there and I saw that. I get lower. If I make the same exact swing, feels like I'm going to cut the dandelion stem. Yep, there it is. Swung through to the target, start a little right of that wet paint sign. It's going to draw right back there. So, pick your target. Set up like you're going to release to the target. Use that nice sword release, or throw the club at the target. When you do, does it feel like, hey, I'm going to miss, top, thin? That feels like I'm going to hit it flush if I swing out there. Make a little test. Ooh, it's passing right there if I throw out there. Yep, if I throw out there, everything's in order. Terrific. Throw out there. Where am I going? That way. Still going that way. Still going that way. Yes, I went that way. The ball started right on the right edge of that keep out sign. So keep out's there. Wet paint's there. Started there. Drawn back here. So I always have a specific flight in my mind. Then I set up to dynamically deliver into that flight. Then I can see where that ball needs to be, or the dandelion stem. Where's the dandelion stem need to be in the way of me delivering into that flight? And then I have to stay with it. I have to have it in my mind the whole time. Yes, I'm going to keep out. Yes, I'm going to keep out. What's it from here? Oh yeah, I'm throwing to keep out. Throw to keep out. Yes, I threw to keep out. I felt the weight of the club release my right hand over my left hand here. I felt the tug on my shoulder sockets in that direction toward the keep out sign. I can put my hand in the fire and swear to you that I felt that. That's what we call staying with the shot. And if you're able to stay with the shot that way, then you'll be able to make the proper observations as to what is actually transpiring. And then you'll be able to weed out all that uncertainty and all that doubt as to whether or not you're going to hit the ball. So there's never any doubt as to how solid I'm going to hit the ball. I feel like I'm going to hit it solid all the time because it's a prediction based on a release to target. Okay? Enjoy that, and we'll see you in our next video.